Hey guys, I just wanted to come on and give a little update on life a little bit. So I haven't been posting a lot of videos, especially not of my face or photos or anything like that. I've had a great summer, but I have hit what we call a rebound flare. For those who don't know me, I have eczema. I've had it since birth, so genetic version of atopic dermatitis, and I use a lot of dermatology creams, steroids for your skin, and over-the-counter products like hydrocortisones my whole life. And in my 20s, 2016, well, I should say in my 20s, I looked awful, like a leper. And I asked my dermatologist if I could be allergic to this medicines, and they said there was no way. Ironically, the one nurse said I could be allergic to the over-the-counter stuff, but definitely not the stronger steroidal stuff. See how hard I rolled my eyes? So fast forward to 2016, I finally decide I've had enough. My skin looks awful. I woke up one day with super puffy eyes, went to the doctor. All they could give me was prednisone. And when I tapered off of that, I just flushed straight red. So there's a whole community of us that you may see through Instagram and other areas. There's been a couple of documentaries made of this issue, and we call it topical steroid withdrawal, or TSW. So basically, long story short, TSW is when your body has created a dependence on these steroid medicines that they were using to cure your eczema. Of course, we know there's no cure for eczema. Actually, eczema is atopic dermatitis, which in the medical field is basically a catch-all for anything that they can't identify something else. So if it doesn't look like psoriasis or this or that and the other, then it's atopic dermatitis, which is eczema. So not everyone's eczema looks the same either. So they just give you these medicines, and for the longest time, all over the world, you'll find that people have been just told to use it several times a day as needed, and no real be careful long-term effect problems, this, that, and the other. Even though medical journals, even 30 years ago, said steroid medicine should be used sparingly and probably for no longer than 2 weeks. And these dermatologists just decided they don't care if that's what the medical journals say. They're just going to give it to us like it's a magic lotion. And your body creates a dependence on this now, because what those steroid medicines are doing are suppressing your immune system. So it's, getting a rash and you want the rash to go away, you put this medicine on, it's gone. Because the medicine is telling the body, don't react, don't react, don't react, regardless of the source of the reaction. So eczema, for most people, and a lot of children actually have eczema, it's an allergy. So your skin is reacting due to an allergy, and your body has to learn how to react appropriately. And most children, back in the day at least, used to grow out of eczema. And I, like a lot of people, grew into it because of the medicines that I was put on for it. So coming off of steroid medicines, it's really tough because your body has built up a dependence. It has suppressed its own adrenal gland for so long that the body just does not know how to react. And what it does is we call it flare, red skin syndrome, which goes straight red. We get what we call elephant skin, which is a really thickened version of your skin. Everything hurts. Your skin is constantly dry and flaking. And then you, in the really bad depths of TSW, you can lose some of your hair. Your body sends you into sweats and chills and like little electrical fires all over your body. It's really not super pleasant. I feel for myself when I went through it in 2016, when I started in 2016, getting off the medicine, that I had it very mildly. Now, if I show you some pictures, it doesn't look mild, didn't feel mild, but compared to some others who had a much worse reaction than I did, I felt like my journey was not as hard as theirs. And I don't think I did anything better than them. We're all different. TSW is not the same for everybody. You have similar symptoms, but no one's timeline is going to be the same. Just our bodies are learning to figure out what they're doing. So some take longer than others. So anyway, you go into like this adrenal fatigue. You want to sleep for days. Your body just hurts. And so I have been off of topical steroids since 2016. So over 6.5 years. And this past summer, we went to Quebec and I noticed I had this like rash on my chest, and it was kind of an odd looking one. And I didn't really, look it up or go to the doctor for it. And I probably could or should have. But we had some over-the-counter hydrocortisone cream that I bought for my husband. And I used just like enough to put on the pinky or on the index finger. And I just was like 6.5 years. It's over the counter. It's not strong steroid stuff. And I used a little doop, 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 twice. That's it. And my body just went nuts. So I am back in what we call a rebound flare. So you guys can see how red I am. This is not my natural color, of course. And my neck is really thick and I've been sweating. And actually this is a better version of me. Like this, I feel better today than I have in a while. And then I'm all broken out through here. Basically, I'm flaring on my whole body, on my arms, on my torso, on my thighs and my legs. I think the only spot on me that's not completely broken out is probably the middle of my back, probably because I can't reach it. So anyway, this is my short story, so to speak, because I could probably speak for hours on it about TSW and eczema. It's something that is worth sharing because there's so many people out there that deal with this and they're scared to go off of the steroid medicines, but they probably are already experiencing that they still have eczema actively, even if they're putting on these creams, because the doctors basically just say you grow into it, it gets worse over time, and it's not eczema. It's the steroid medications are no longer working and your body is upset and it needs either something stronger, longer, whatever, and you literally are never going to keep up with it. I looked horrible in my prime, in my 20s. I just looked so terrible red. Just my skin was so mad. It didn't, and I asked doctors if this is something that could be a problem, and they all tell you no. They never would agree to it. Now that we've had these documentaries and millions of people are saying, hey, this is a problem for me, some doctors acknowledge it. Some don't, because they don't want to be wrong, of course. And, you know, I understand in the medical world, you know, professionals go to be doctors and they study for this, so they think they know everything, but they don't. Medicine ultimately is an educated guess for most things, especially if it's not an obvious thing that they know they have a cure for. So eczema is one of those educated guesses. Like I said, it is anything they can't quickly identify. They label it as atopic dermatitis, aka eczema, and it can look like so many different things. But just understand, for anyone who may be watching this video that is in this boat with me or similar journey, eczema is a symptom. It's not the cause. So if you have a rash, it is not because your body just has rashes, okay? It's a symptom. So it's a allergy of some sort. It could be external, it could be internal, it could be food, it could be the soap you're using. So there's so many different things you can do. And in TSW, unfortunately, we're so sensitive, we react to everything. So like I've been to allergists, I was told I was allergic to shrimp. I'm not allergic to shrimp. Just things like that. It doesn't, your body just decides what it likes and doesn't like. On this journey, there's times I can use lotion, times I can't use lotion, because it will make me scratch so bad. So there's a community for those who are having eczema and having this problem. Look up TSW, topical steroid withdrawal, and check it out. I know it's scary when you see pictures of some people who look awful and red, and it is definitely not always easy, especially mentally. It can be very challenging for folks. But I would say 6.5 years in, even in a rebound flare that I caused because I did not think about the fact that a hydrocortisone cream over counter could possibly trigger a whole rebound. So in my opinion, going forward, I'm going to continue to tell providers and doctors and surgeons and anyone else never to give me anything steroidal as far as topical stuff goes, because it's going to mess me up. And I probably will even avoid prednisone if I can. So hopefully I can keep it under control. And before this, I looked normal. I was, I broke out like a normal eczema might break out when I was into some certain stuff. But ultimately, it's a hard journey. It does take years, but it's not like you're in one set thing for years. Most people cycle. So you get the rashes and all the bad stuff, and then it kind of goes away, and then it kind of comes back. And so my first cycle, I was really bad for the first, say, 4 months. And then like overnight, I looked like a normal person for months. And I was like, was that easy? And then I started to cycle again, and it would break out and then go away and break out and go away. So it might look scary if you look up the TSW community. Just know it is a community, people there to help you, to give you information, to help you as best as they can, because they're also going through the same stuff you are. But when you see me and you see that I look like a little, see, look how light my hands are. This is regular skin compared to my face. My face is warm to the touch. It's red. I have a lot of fissuring, which is these premature wrinkles, these little extra bags under my eyes. Again, my neck is really thick and broken out. So yeah, this is what a rebound flare looks like for me. And it's actually, it's been in days, but I've been going through this flare now for over 2 months. So hopefully I'm due for a reprieve. If you guys have questions, concerns, feel free to comment me, let me know. I'll be happy to give you more information. If anyone would like more videos talking about this, let me know as well, and I will be happy to address it as best I can. But you guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.